Hey guys, welcome back. CJ here. Couple things that we did get. They're a little out of frame. I did get this past week a Scarlet Violet and Paradox Rift build and battle. I don't know if I'm going to rip them. Too early to tell. Maybe we do something cool. I am trying to find a Paradox Rift booster box, because that is a booster box I would genuinely love to open. I know we're at like 197 subs. I want to do a booster box to help get us to 250. At 250, you can't see it, but we're going to rip the EV SPC. So please like, comment, follow, share, anything you can do. I know I need to do a better job sharing more. We're going to start with singles that we've picked up for this past week, and then we're going to talk about 3 cards that have exploded in my personal collection in value. And then we're going to do a cool video announcement for next week. So we've got the Urshifu. This is for the personal. This is for the display. This is for the card display. This is for the Obsidian Flames binder. I think I'm also missing there are like 4 sets in Scarlet and Violet where I'm missing I think 5 cards or less. I'm going to get the other mid-era card actually. Oh, we'll talk about that one next then. I'm going to get the other mid-era card. So, sorry camera. Let me put these down for a minute. Actually, you know what? I will get the other card too. So I'm going to say, sorry for you guys watching, thank you for being patient. I'm trying to get some more Sun and Moon and further back cards for my collection. Shout out to the bulk right there. I'm trying to get some more Sun and Moon, X and Y cards, a little earlier than that, black and white. I know I have a couple, but I want to get some more. I don't have enough in my profile. I want to understand more X and Y forward. I want to understand more Sun and Moon. Sorry, Sun and Moon back into more X and Y. So that means I'm probably going to get some X and Y bulk, Sun and Moon bulk, just to add more to get more familiar with it. I do think this card overall looks incredible. I do have another one on the way that I got off of Whatnot stream. I know I paid over market for it, but I think it just looks really, really cool. Seismitoad, I think also looks really, really cool. These cool full arts just look really cool. I'm trying to get, I was going to say a cheapish Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution cards are going to be coming back. They're very expensive. I'm trying to find some when I can get a couple of them. I added another Darkrai GX. I just think this card looks really, really cool. Added the full art Espeon GX from Sun and Moon. Thought about grading it, but it is just bottom heavy. And it's so it'd be pushed up and a little to the left. Vastly pushed up and a little. What's weird is it almost looks like the black border touches the top here. Anyways, Espeon. A vast majority of these are also going to be that. I'm adding the Simisear. Oh, I'm going to say this now before I forget. I was going to be going to Med City Card Player Show in August 23rd. I can no longer make it. So, unfortunately, I picked up some singles for a show that I'm not going to be doing. I'm hoping to do 2 in September and then 2 a month going forward. We'll see. I got the Simisear. This card is so cool. I will always buy copies of this. One with a chance of it 10ing. I know this one won't because it's a little thick on the bottom. Ice Cube. This is also a card we're going to need for Obsidian Flames. This is for the personal collection of Temporal Forces. I've got Sawsbuck. I just need the Deerling. And a couple others. I think this card's underrated. In no way am I expecting this card to 10. Actually, it looks a little too right heavy. Maybe I'll submit it. I just think it's a really cool card. I think it's a really, really cool special illustration rare. I know it's a really cheap special illustration rare, but I just really like it. I also kind of like Sandy Shocks as a Pokemon. We got the Vivid Voltage Pikachu. I think this is the Excluding Steph, I think this is the second most expensive card behind the Rainbow Pikachu in the set. Maybe Nessa's pretty close. Got the Rayquaza Trainer Gallery VMAX. This has been selling quite a bit. Drowsy with Scarlet Violet, presumably. I really hate that sleeve. Thanks guys for the pause. I hate that sleeve. I saw it had a crimp on the corner, and I was like, oh, you know. I could never go wrong with that Drowsy. It's already been bought out, it's already had its ups and downs, but now I think the rest is just going to be natural growth, supposed to be nice to have. The Mesprit, I don't think that's going to grade anything, just something to have in the under $10 binder. This card, gorgeous card. I really like this card. Don't think it's going to 10. Actually, I can sit there looking at it. Way too right heavy, bottom heavy for sure. I just think it's a nice card to have in the $20-esque binder area. This one, I don't think it'll 10 because I can clearly tell on the bottom it's a little thick. You know what we say about thick bottoms. But it's just a really, really pretty card. You've got the Chiyu with the sun coming down, and then what looks like it kind of swimming in a underwater forest pond. It just looks really cool. I think it's one of those. It's in the 20-ish range. I think it's like 24. I'm adding celebrations as the 30-year anniversary comes. I'm not holding it for forever, but if I find a good deal on some celebrations cards under market, I'm going to be buying them all day long. And then another Pikachu from Crown Zenith. So now that goes to show, there is some sealed stuff that I picked up that I'm going to show off next week because I'm going to buy some more sealed stuff. So it's just going to be some sealed stuff that we got over the last couple weeks. Finally, we're going to talk about like card appreciation. Throughout time, cards get more expensive. I don't want to show that one first. I want to show that one last, but now you get to know what card is on there. I don't know if I've got a collector profile and I've been following it quite a bit. This card is now over 400 on collector. I think TCG is over. When I did my most expensive singles, by the way, forgot about that slab. Also, to make an amendment so I don't get flamed, I do know the Giratina slab that I showed off. That's not 500. I think it's 3 something. I think it's 350. My bad on that. I was wrong. This is going for north of 400, and I pulled this fresh from a Cosmic Eclipse pack. What do we say about our Bubble Boy? He's been making money moves. Lots of money moves. When I showed him off, he was in the 3s, maybe even the high 2s. He was in the 270s not too long ago. Like, maybe a few months ago, he was in the 270s. A couple months ago, he was in the 270s. And now I think he was just north of 3. And he is now. I'm going to show some space here. I'll have the picture right here, right where my finger's pointing, of most recent sales. Maybe I'll circle it too. $512. It's sold for on TCG Player. It has been selling in the 460s. And it is now pushed 5. And then you saw our big round ghosty boo boy, Gengar. Gengar's not even my favorite Pokemon. It's Giratina. But Gengar just makes such cool cards. I'm going to call it LP when I pulled it from a Phantom Forces pack. You can see a little bit of whitening there. Also, I'm sorry if I sound like crap. I'm fighting a cold. But, he's pushing, I think he's already pushed 5. I think it's like 520. So our cards have just appreciated in value, and it's been nuts. This week we're going to do something interesting for our opening. Last week we did the 151 opening. This week I'm going to do a Paldean Fates opening. I have 2 booster boxes. We're going to do some Paldean Fates. That I had already recorded. I had 6 boxes. I sold 4 of them because I kept 2 to rip because I wanted to see whether or not... I'll be honest. I recorded it a little bit ago, but this one I'm going to drop it because I'm going to do Paldean Fates this week. We're doing a Scarlet Violet send-off. Paldean Fates this week, and next week is 151 versus Paldean Fates, and that's going to be a fun one. But next week I'll have some sealed stuff that we're going to show off. I've already showed off the 2 booster bundles, the build and battles. I have some more sealed stuff to show off. Some of it will rip, some of it we won't. But anyways, thanks guys. Follow along, like, sub. Let me know how we're doing. I'm having fun doing this. And then I'll see you around next time.